Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jared. Welcome to MovieJunk. How you guys doing today?
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I stand corrected. Now, Jackie, this is technically your second time that we're having you back on the podcast. Can't thank you enough for coming back. And Jared, hopefully this is a first of many that we have you on the podcast.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we appreciate, and I certainly, appreciate people that like yourself that support independent film, that, get the word out about movies like Dawn and other, independent film. And so thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And so I selfishly had a watch party at our house a few days back, and we watched Dawn. It was about 7, 8 of us, and we had just a blast watching it. And my interpretation of it, it was kind of like Driver meets Saw. So definitely, if you love that horror, that thriller genre, I mean, this is right up your wheelhouse. Jackie, I mean, you simply nailed it. I feel like you slip into these type of roles so easily. And Jared, I mean, obviously you were amazing in this film as well. And I definitely want to jump into kind of, what went into making this film. It definitely made me reconsider ever wanting to get into an Uber again. But Jackie, I guess we'll start with you. I mean, did you have to do any type of prep work before this? Were you writing for Uber before joining, or how did you prep for this role?
First of all, thank you so much for doing a watch party. That is like the coolest thing ever. And I really appreciate everything you've said. I just think the script was great. So I kind of based it on all the characters' view and didn't really think too much about this is like I think I drove around my car and was like, okay, what would that feel like to have people in the back, and like if I was Dawn. But realistically, we had such a short prep time before filming that a lot of the work was just getting our scenes down and rehearsing as much as we could, because it was it's an indie film and we didn't have a lot of time to prep for it, and we didn't have a lot of time to shoot. So we really did the best we could to make Dawn happen.
Definitely. And Jared, I mean, your character of Oliver, I mean, would probably gets tested the most in this film. What kind of prep work did you have to do? And also, Sarah French was amazing in this film. What was some work that you guys had to do together and sort of your prep work to get into the role of Oliver?
Yeah, Sarah was great. And she brought a lot of emotion that really helped me. With my character Oliver, he's sort of kind of a regular guy. He's very relatable, in that he's working for someone, he's making money, and he has to make money to provide for his his fiance and this lifestyle he lives. And he's doing questionable, but what he's doing, I don't is not that I view it as an actor. I can't, I don't think I'm not viewing it that as bad. Because otherwise I would play Oliver as a bad guy. So I went into it as how would sort of a normal guy react in this situation, and he's a little bit of a he's, I guess, a little feisty type of guy, a little bit of a kind of jerky, but not in a terrible way.
Yeah. And also too, I mean, I counted roughly 10 kills, maybe a little bit more in this film. And I was joking with one of my friends. I was like, man, this is like Jason territory with this film now. And we get a couple scenes in the woods too with Dawn. Jackie, what would happen if Dawn ever came across the likes of Jason in the woods? Who do you think would win?
Dawn would win.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
She's very sharp, she's on it. And I feel like Jason would be no match for Dawn. She's got a gun,
Yeah, we kind of got a little bit of Dawn right there. That was a little bit of a teaser for the fans that saw. I got nervous for a second. I was like, oh shoot. But also too, we have another legend in this film, Eric Roberts,
Mhm.
who you've worked with many times, and I actually had the privilege of meeting him last year as well too. He's on my bucket list of, hopefully we'd love to get him on the show one day. But what was it like working with him? And for the folks that saw the trailer, he looks like he's in a little bit of a predicament with Dawn. So
Oh
what was
yeah,
it like working with him again?
it was great. And he was probably, I think this was my favorite film that I've done with him, because he was really, really believable. He was begging, for his life, because obviously when you're in Dawn's presence, you're pretty much in danger. So he was definitely pretty frightened, and I believed every second of it. It was awesome.
As far as and again, would you consider Dawn a villain? Is she a hero? Because, and again, we see this in the trailer, so there's no spoilers here. But and this question, obviously, for both of you guys, would you guys consider Dawn a villain? Because she's got a little bit of a fan base that we see. Where would you guys characterize her as?
I think Dawn's definitely a villain, because, I don't condone murder, but she believes that she's a hero. And, there's one line where she says, like, no one's innocent. And so I think that gives her kind of free reign to do whatever she wants to do. And I think she thinks she's taking justice into her own hands and being kind of like a vigilante or something. But I guess no one's off limits if she feels that no one's innocent.
Jared, what are your thoughts?
I mean, she's definitely the antagonist, but in this movie, it's sort of from the end, it's the bad guy story. So
Hmm?
uh, you know, anti-hero,
Yeah.
being that, it's the title character. Yeah, I don't, and I think she's very self-aware. So, she knows what she's doing is bad, and but she, yeah, she's justifying it in her way. It makes sense to her. So, but yes, obviously, she's definitely a villainous character. Yeah, she's yeah, but yeah, not. I don't know if she's the villain of the story. She might be the anti-hero of the story. That's depends
Yeah.
on your definitions.
We'll let the fans decide, because it's again, at the end, your interpretation of who the villain is up to you, and it might not be who you think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, and definitely, well, as far as do you guys think that maybe this character, this film, can maybe have a spin-off? Maybe we can have a prequel. What are your guys' thoughts? Is there more Dawn that we could potentially get?
Well, I texted Jared this morning. I was like, I think that Dawn should be a show.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that would work, but I just thought it would be cool, because there's not a lot of female serial killers.
No, no,
Yeah.
and yeah, I personally, when I was watching, I was like, I'd love to learn kind of how Dawn became, right? So like, what drove her to become that? And we kind of get into a little bit of her backstory, but like, I'd love to kind of see more Dawn. What was the previous ride like, right? And also too, for your character, Jared. I mean, if your character had a chance to do it over, would he get back in that car, or would he have been the one that called the Uber first instead of making some comments?
Yeah, I don't think you would have gone if he knew what he was getting himself into. He definitely would not have gotten in the car. But I was saying to Jackie, yeah, like a Dawn's Den,
Mhm.
the actual show would be interesting, or like a show that had about her making the show. But yeah, like actually doing a show, obviously not killing people, like fake killing people I mean, you would definitely get some weird followers. Like, but a show about like another spinoff or something would be cool.
I I'd be on board for that. I actually want to see more of Dawn. Also too, Jared, I mean, you're pretty, known, obviously filmmaker as well too. You've directed many films as well. Is it hard for you to kind of, just wear your actor's hat instead of, also having your director hat as well too? Or is it easy for you to just focus on your role and let the director kind of do his part?
Yeah, I enjoy acting and like being able to, when I'm acting, uh just to take my director hat and completely off and just enjoy acting and focusing on the character and uh certainly I would always, I would never impede or hinder
Mhm.
a director uh doing their thing if I'm acting. And I think that's inappropriate.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I've always thought that, right? Because a lot of there's many roles and hats that you can wear in this industry, obviously. And I always wonder when you're in an acting role, are you as a director able to kind of turn that hat off? But maybe there's obviously, more value that you can bring to when you're doing a scene. But I was always kind of curious how that worked. So yeah, for the fans that haven't seen Dawn, it's available on Amazon Prime to rent and purchase. We're also going to share the trailer as well. Um, Jackie, I'd hate, and again, I'd be doing our fans a disservice. And just because you gave us a little bit of a teaser, are you able to just give us a quick Dawn line, even if it's just one or two lines, so fans can?
Let me see.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Oh no, that's okay. You done, bro? I like that line. When Jared was crying. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Can I just tell you, by the way, I'll think of a line, but I was so distracted because I wanted to say that I think Jared should be acting all the time. I just am a huge Jared Cohn acting
Thank
fan.
you. I
So
you know
professional. So great.
I'm looking, hopefully more to come. Yeah, and yeah, thank you, Jackie. And yeah, I mean, you killed it. Jackie, Dawn, watch it.
I agree. I mean, you did an awesome job. And again, I didn't know, and this is why I'm saying you did an awesome job. I didn't know to root for you or to wish for you to get killed.
Ah,
It was one of the two. It was both. So that to me, as obviously, like you did your part. So again, we'll let the fans watch the film and see the ultimate fate of what happens to Oliver. Hopefully we can get some more news of a potential spin-off. And Jackie, we'll ask you to send us over a clip. Maybe we can share it for fans as a promo, unless you got something teed up that you can do, but nothing, not to put you on the spot. We can also share it later if we need to.
It's so funny when you're playing a role because the character takes on a life of its own. I think because of the script, you actually, when it's a good script, I feel like all the characters kind of channel something. Like when I watch, I'm good friends with Jared and I've known him for a long time, but when I watch the movie, he's Oliver. There's no Jared in that character. I think obviously he brings parts of himself to Oliver, but I think, when you're doing a movie, the lines and the way you deliver the lines, it's just in the moment, it's so different. So, without the red hair or the dark hair and stuff, it's hard for me to do it. But maybe yeah, I'll send you a clip or something.
Definitely. Just the last question too, just because our fans always wonder whenever the actors are not working, what are you guys watching? Is there a new film that you guys are eagerly excited to go watch in theaters? There's something you just recently streamed. What are you guys anticipating or eagerly anticipating to watch?
Well, I will say that Top Gun 2
Oof.
was such an amazing movie that was the best movie I've seen in a while. Like, and yeah, I know. And Tarantino just said basically the same thing the other day, which is I mean, just what they did on that film, it's so good. And there's a reason why, yeah, like it's just just killed at the box office. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody's saying that's the go-to answer right now.
Amazing film. I watched it twice. And again, I'm a big, 80s, early 90s fan, 70s too. Like I love that nostalgia type of movie. And I got that with Top Gun too. I felt like I was in a roller coaster the entire movie. I was not like kind of like nauseous. Like when I left, I was like, I feel like I was in that airplane, that the whole time. It was an awesome
So
movie.
good.
How
So
cool is it that they really flew those planes? I mean, that's incredible.
it's incredible. My God, like everything about that film is the script, the way they shot it. I mean, just thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
Did you think that he was going to die in that movie, or you knew he was going to make it out alive?
I haven't seen the movie on.
Oh, did we just mess it up?
That's okay. That's okay.
Well,
Oh, Top Gun? Oh, you
I've
haven't
already
seen
seen about
that?
Jurassic Park.
on there. We'll save it then. We'll save it. So we don't want to spoil it for Jackie, and we'll use that as an excuse to get you guys back for Jackie's round 3, and we'll get you back here as well, Jared, because I'd love to have you back and just to talk a little bit more around your directing of films as well too, and some of your upcoming projects. But guys, I can't thank you guys enough. Fortunately, to have both you guys on our podcast, it's a tremendous honor, and can't wait to share the link with our fans as well. And I'm gonna rewatch it again today too, just because I want to watch it privately. I can digest it a little bit more myself. But thank you guys enough, and can't wait to talk to you guys again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye.
Yeah.